Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, or whoever may be watching tonight. Welcome to round 3 at Oulton Park for ASRNZ BTCC Championship 2020. Of course, welcome to my wingman for the BTCCs this year, Farmer. How you doing tonight, mate?
Yeah, great, Davo. Nice intro there, mate. Thanks for being here. Good to be beside you, buddy. Just maybe 2021, I think, is where we are today at the BTCCs here.
Yes.
Oulton Park.
Oulton Park. What a top track. And it is round 3 of the ASRNZ BTCCs. 8 rounds in the series, so we're not even quite halfway. So only round 3 tonight. It's been some cracking racing, Farmer, so far.
Oh, yeah, it has been some great racing, and the boys are really enjoying driving this mod. Been some great feedback from them. Awesome action in the first couple of rounds that we've had, and I think we're in for another doozy tonight, mate. The times look close.
The times do look close, and
the boys are talking it up. Fuel saving or tonight. It's,
wow,
it's all the same. It's on again, mate.
It's on again. It's on again. It's rinse and repeat. And if we, the track, Oulton's such an awesome track. If you thought Brands was, a flowy sort of a circuit, Oulton is just next level. Super fast, for most of it. Really flat out. Beautiful to look at. Some really nice elevation changes and bumpy.
Yes, Davo.
So any of the boys,
bumpy, extremely bumpy.
And so I don't know. You yourself are a VR user. What are the VR boys likely to expect? Does it make it more intense, the bumpy tracks with the VR?
Yeah, I did cut a few laps actually in the weekend with the guys, and the elevation change on the track was quite surprising to me in VR, Davo. A lot more elevation than I actually realised, obviously through the last sort of section of the track there, and extremely bumpy. Was really working on the setup to try and settle it down from literally just coming off the ground all the time. And
fair enough. Yeah, beautiful track. I'm personally a big fan. This definitely takes me back to the old Codemasters and Toka days, but mate, I've driven GT3 cars, BMWs here, all types of cars here, Porsches. Love the place. It's going to be a great watch, really quick. I think the boys are probably in their driver brief just looking at that. All cars are in the pit lane there at the moment. Farmer, do you want to just bring these points up here? Let's have a quick look. This is after round 2. Let's see if I can get this to work. And there we go.
Good,
so there's points up after round 2. And what do you see there?
We see Glenn sort of really just commanding this with 4 from 4 wins, Davo. And
he's definitely got it by the ears, hasn't he?
God, what a way to start a championship, mate. And can he continue it? I mean, who knows? We got John McDonald there still in second. Not too many points adrift. Crompo, a little bit of a mixed bag with him, but he's still in 3rd place.
He copped a bit of a beating. I think it was in one of the races last week, which didn't do his points any favours. But just struggling with a little bit of pace in that Peugeot, I think.
Pugo, so we've got Jeff Burse in 4th there, followed by Jake, Mudgee, Stoners, who we've seen qualify really well, but back in 7th there. Race pace not really sort of coming through for him. Kenny, we've got Ryan, and then Stevo in the top 10. So good to see Ryan, Kenny, Stoners, Jake, all those boys up in the 10.
Absolutely.
Aaron Enright, Pete Aspey, Jarks. We've got Ashley, Troy, Nick, Racing Mule, Beer, and Mark Josco. Zanarkos, sorry.
And Liam Zanarkos. I think it is. So yeah, well done to Liam, late starter.
So for a crossing, a couple of these guys down the bottom there missed around. So
yeah, and look, obviously there's a couple of things to note there. Obviously, Stoners there, like you mentioned, Farmer. We've seen some really solid performances qualifying wise from Stoners. Just hasn't translated into finishing positions in race, unfortunately. He's just not delivering.
Not delivering
where it counts.
The long run, yeah.
And probably Kenny Simpson is another one to note. Unfortunate for Kenny last week. Arrived late to race one, and his points, given how close the series is, has really suffered because of that. So a couple of things to note there, but that's pretty well it.
That's a good point actually, David, because if Kenny had have finished race one there, he would have been up sort of probably in P3 for the championship. So
absolutely.
Yeah, unlucky for Kenny.
So let's just. I think the boys are back out on track, getting around for their first laps. Looks like we have Pete Aspey already delivering a time with an 0837. That sounds about right, Farmer. Or is that not?
Is 08 is no. That's probably outlap there, David. We're looking for 59s, mate.
Okay, I just see him come across now with a 101. Ash Vrediger just flicking across for a 1 minute 36, and here it begins, the race.
There it is.
The one lap dash.
We've got a minute .3 from Troy, so we're getting down there. We've only got to find another few tenths there, and we'll be into the 59s. Who we got? Jake goes to the top, mate, with a minute .3.
Just quickly saw Stoners now. Melling has actually gone to the top. Stoners
there
has
it
got
is.
him.
Stoners with the first 59, mate. Yeah.
There you go. As expected. 6 minute qualifying. One lap there.
P6.
Crossy P6 with a 1:00. So like he's done pretty good there actually in the Volvo. So well done. Crompo up into second.
Crompo to P2 for a minute flat.
Now, what do we see here? Gleno not out. Mudgee not out. Burst not out. McDonald not out. Soper not out.
Kenny with a 59.9.
Oh, nice work from
into
Kenny.
P2 from Kenny.
So only a couple of tenths off Stoners there. Not even that actually, just looking at that. It's a .144 off Stoner for Kenny.
Racing Mill just crossing the line as well, mate, with a minute 24. So he's clearly had an off or an excursion there. And I just heard a couple of cars rip past me in the pits actually, Davo. It's car 19 of John McDonald just enters out on the track. We've got Ryan coming around to nearly start, and Aaron also about to start their hot laps. And Glenn has also gone out behind John McDonald. So, Ryan and Aaron Enright are about to start their hot laps as we just see a couple of boys exiting the pits just in front of them, actually, Davo. Munchie and Jeff Burst there.
Yeah, so hopefully the good work there by the boys.
Good work there
aware of Gil Bresson coming around for his hot lap. Not many cars to roll. I'm sure these guys are in communications with each other via comms. Couple of these latecomers, this is the game they play. They let it go. They see what the boys are doing. They're all waiting for each of the other fast guys to get out there and hit their marks. And
yes, they are.
And then they go to chase that time as Gil Bresson's get really sideways through Druids. Amazingly fast flowing track this, and Druids definitely one of the corners to watch tonight. So Gil Branson round. Stoner's leading at the moment, with Kenny Simpson and Crompton in third position. Gilbranson puts that car, the Mondeo, in 10th, now 11th.
P10.
Enright in
Enright go,
4th.
mate. Into 4th. Yeah, nice work from Enright. So the next guy around will be John McDonald, followed by Glenn on track. And these two guys, we know have got something in the tank. We know Mudgie's probably going to fire. We've got Josh Vedica too turned up tonight, mate. I've seen his name on board.
Oh, okay. I see the V there. I wondered who that was. And also, we do have Jeff Burst to run yet. So McDonald puts himself in 3rd, gets that
P3,
gets one of the first of the alphas up the pointy end there.
Glenn
Who we
across
got?
the line.
Glenn over 2nd. So
P2.
that's there. You go.
And so it's another outstanding time from Stoners, mate. That's holding P1 there.
It is, yeah, well done.
Mudgie just coming up to the line, sort of in a minute there, but interesting to see. Has had good pace in practice, Mudgie.
Oh, Pips
into
Gleno,
P2.
and now Burst.
Burst across the line, another one of our big punters. Got on the podium last week.
Oh, just misses the top 10 there.
Slipped into 11th there, and probably wanted to do a little bit better than that, Davo.
I would expect so. What a mix-up there, Farmer.
Yes.
Oh, look, that is actually just taking me aback there a little bit. Obviously, Glenn and McDonald and Compton all down a little bit. Some of these boys have stepped up to the plate, Kenny included, and we have a nice mix there in the top 10. Do you want to run through that for us, Ken?
Oh, absolutely, mate. So P1 goes to old mate, who's on fire at qualifying lately with Stoners, with Mudgie right next to him on the front row. Row 2, we've got Glenn and Kenny, followed by John McDonald and Crompo. Row 4, Enright and Malene, and then Jake and Troy into the top 10. So great to see Troy in the top 10 too in the Honda.
Absolutely.
Coming to grips with how the VTEC can really work for him. So just outside the 10, mate, on row 6 we've got Burst and Ashley Vitiger, followed by Crossy and Matt. We've got Ryan Gilbranson and Big Rules back down in 16, followed by Pete Aspie and Jarks. Another big punter that we can fire, and it's way back in 18th.
Yep.
Row 10, newcomer Zanakos. We've got his name this week.
We do have his name this week.
Next to Racing Mule to fill out 20 on the grid.
20 on the grid, and I just noticed there actually Josh V has failed to qualify, possibly starting from the back of the pack or the pit lane.
Okay.
A late starter in the series, obviously hasn't run the first 2 rounds, so a new name in the series, but obviously a very well-known name in the ASRNZ community.
Oh, look, mate, Josh, I think has also got maybe 5 titles here.
Yeah.
Maybe
he's
at least.
He's getting up there with the old John McDonald there. So
if Josh and John aren't winning, they pretty much swap championships between them, those two guys.
They do. Okay. Yes.
So Josh will be one to watch off the back, mate. He will have pace. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even new to the mod, Josh can put his hand to most things. Have a crack at that grid, Farmer.
Yes, have a crack at that grid.
That looks fantastic. As the boys just start to rev up there a little.
Yeah, great stuff, Davo. Looking forward to this. Who are we watching, mate?
I will be watching Kenny Simpson's car. We do have a car here, second car on the grid, Mudgie with full left-hand lock. He has rectified that situation. Easy to do. That is a big grid of cars there.
Oh, it looks good. Looks great. Oh, I wish I was there, mate. I really do.
Lights are up, people. Here we are, ASRNZ BTCC Championship for 2021. It is round 3. We're at Oulton Park, and it's time to go racing, people. Oh, awesome start from, I think that was Mudgy or Glenn's looked like a little bit of lag initially, but as we just watched Mudgy and we're off in the and it's big out the.
It is a couple of red alphas there.
And it's McDonald out the back badly as they just regroup. We're just going to have to get down back onto the grid here, and I'll just have to remove my car just quickly, people.
Yes, the commentator.
Okay.
Get their cars off the grid for the boys this time.
We'll just pick back up on Kenny Simpson's there quickly. So we'll just go to Stoners now. Again,
Stoners dropped a couple off the start there, mate.
Dropped a couple off the start straight away. I'm dead certain I saw one of those alphas, or the alpha out in front there, just lag a little bit off the line, got an amazing start, but it just didn't quite look right. And he jumped start. Glenn has come straight in the pit, so that car did jump a start. There was a problem there, and he's come through for a drive-through, immediately picks up behind Crossland and Burst.
And you're right there, Dave. He went straight through the pits there, not taking on any fuel, so obviously serving a penalty of a drive-through for an infringement off the start. And that'll explain how we got into P1.
Yeah, and we'll just watch a little battle here, because Glenn has come out.
Side by side is good, mate, Melling, isn't he?
Side by side, Melling. And although there's respect there, these boys do like to race. We'll just watch that quietly as they come up over the top of the hill towards Druid.
Good little pack there, and I noticed Crossy is in there, Burst is in there, Ashley's in there. Yeah, very heated little battle there of a lot of guys.
That is an angry little pack there, and I'll just quickly, as they just settle through that last final turn, which I think is Lodge Corner, just nick back to...
Can we just address... Mudgy's gone. Mudgy's leading this race, and he's gone. Great to see the Mondeo out there.
He has.
Mudgy's driving the wheels off it. He's pit Stoners. He's got a 1.5 second lead.
The two Mondeos have lifted their skirts and they're running. They're bolting. So
possibly a bit of retaliation on last week's comment, and these boys are telling me why you do bring your Mondeo to the track. Because clearly they've got something here. This is maybe why. This is it. Maybe this is why. Yeah. It does perform eventually. Yes.
Well done to the boys. Crompton's just in behind that pack of Mondeos. Look, there's a pack of Mondeos there. We've got Kenny Simpson just in the bunch of it, and the Peugeot just lurking in behind, just waiting for a mistake. Glenn has done pretty well to go in and come back out in 6th position. Again, we'll just drop back a little bit. I've really got to go back down to McDonald, Zanakis, should I say. Bear Grylls.
Another big battle, and a Mondeo there off
Bear Grylls.
Backing it in off the grass.
Just picked up the arse end of that spin. Tough work from Bear. Difficult track this. It's so flowy and the momentum is critical to keep up, and but with the bumps, it's very easy to get away from you.
Very easy. Yeah, really bumpy, and I was actually lifting the car and bouncing it across the track through the turn. It was that bumpy day, though. A lot of wheel work, super concentration. Great battle, and John McDonald, I think, just buying his time there, back in 14. How has Josh Vedica done?
Fared. Where is he?
I'm not seeing him on my list, actually, Davo.
No, and I just noticed Soper's out. He's a DNF too in one of the Audis, so he may not have started. Just looking at McDonald, he has a gaggle. He's got every other brand in behind him there. Aspie, Zanakis, Enright, they're swapping positions. He'll love that. He'll give him a little bit of breathing space. We'll just pop back up the front to Stoners, Kenny and Jake Compton.
Yes, the Stoners has actually caught up to Munchie just a little bit,
He has-
actually.
he
and
has
he's
stretched
putting in some decent lap time, Stoners, this
He is.
time. And
Do you think he's got his head down a little bit this week? I'm sure he's, probably not overly happy with his performance over the last couple of weeks, given his qualifying, efforts. Farmer.
yes, maybe he's having a bit of self-reflection, mate, and really putting in the effort. And I just can't. I just noticed actually in the background there, Davo, Croppo round the outside of was it Jake into 4th place?
It is Jake McKellar.
So Croppo also on the charge as well. But yeah, good to see Stoners, and he's really actually closing up on Mungie now. He's got it down to a 0.8 gap. So
yep.
So that's got the heat on.
That's one space to watch. We'll just slowly flick through the field there, and from Stoners back to Kenny with a little bit of breathing space between himself and the French Ferrari of Crompton's behind. Crompton also has not as so much, but a little bit of breathing space back to Jake McKellar in 5th and Glenn Dyer behind. Now Glenn, the one who got the drive-through really early on in the race, he will be trying to redeem that position.
He is, mate, and I'm just noticing that Glenn is in the 59s back there, and everybody in front of him, even Stoners and Mungie, are only in the minutes. So Glenn's got pace. He's got pace,
and he's got the race face on. I mean, and he's really got to just calm down here, and as much as he wants to be, he's got a bit of a points buffer. As much as he wants to be up the front of this race, he doesn't want to touch the back of that Mondeo and send it off into the scenery. As we see the Alpha itself.
Just get him. And he flipped that little curve, David. Set him wide.
He was definitely out in the rough down towards the 9th hole there. So he's he'd want to bide his time there a little bit, Glenno. Not far behind Steve Melling, a little bit of space there. As we just see, actually, Jake McKellar just let Glenno pass.
Glenn around the outside at 2-1,
So Melling 7th, Crossland 8th. Well done from Crossy. He's got up a couple of positions, still coming to grips with the mod, I think, a little bit. Not a lot of practice for Crossy. Jeff Burse, up a couple of positions, 9th position.
Yeah, well done, Jeff. We saw him get on the podium last week, so Jeff's got good pace.
Jeff has always got good pace and is always ready to race as well. Ashley Bedigar, the consummate performer, 10th position. Probably not up to speed to where we'd like to have the temperature that Alpha this week.
We saw Ashley with some great pace last week too. And just got a little bit unlucky there, I think, in one of those races, but had good pace, so encouraging to see. Yeah, puts a bit of a gap behind Ashley to Matt there.
Before we see
Renault.
In the Renault, yes.
Yeah. John McDonald we saw go off on turn 1, and he's coming back through into 12th at the moment. Pete Aspey behind in 13, followed by Enright, which we also saw go off with John McDonald. So both those boys still in recovery mode. Ryan Gilbranson now. I thought we saw Ryan in the top 10 in qualifying, so he's another one that slipped back in the field there.
He got
also
tangled
Troy.
Up early,
Okay, and Troy as well, because I think I mentioned Troy's name earlier on, and he's also back in the field. Jarks is 17, Racing Mule in 18.
Who just did his PB on the last lap.
Good
102 for Carlo there. Well done, Carlo. Bear Grylls, another car we saw come off on this very bumpy Oulton Park, as we just see him again a little bit sideways through. Oh, that's Druids there on his way down through Warwick Bridge and down to Lodge Corner. Very tricky little circuit this. And finally, we got there, but
we've got our newcomer Zanakos there.
Newcomer Liam. He's actually not that far behind Bear, so let's just hope he's just focusing on the back of that other Monday.
And we've got a DNF there for Soper.
Soper
out.
out.
LD too, mate.
Soper out. That's unfortunate. because we usually got the Soper fan club with us following on Twitch. Hope you guys are having a good night if you're hanging around.
Yeah, just a couple of the Soper Club there questioning what happened with the DNF there. We're not too sure. We will try and get a word on that maybe in the break to keep you updated. Just making a note there about Bear, Davo. We saw him on P3 last week. Had great pace.
He had awesome
pace. Tonight we're struggling in 19th.
Well off the pace compared to last week's effort, Farmer. You're absolutely right. So
yeah,
big changes as we just see McDonald and Matt in the Renault change places.
Right, so John Boy nearly up into the 10 and Ashley is 1.3 seconds ahead of him.
Ashley,
that will be John Boy's aim, I think, and Ashley's actually in a bit of a battle there between Burst, Crossy.
Let's get up, see if we can get the camera guys to get up there and have a quick look at that. They are looking close, actually.
Certainly Crossy and Burst are having a good go there. And it's good to see someone peddling that Volvo inside the top 10 tonight. As he was just a little bit slow into that final turn there,
yeah, but he did push a little wide, looked like it understeered a little bit.
Burst is showing the nose and decides better to rob it into one.
I think Burst made about 4 car lengths or 5 car lengths. I wonder whether they're getting a cutting alert for that very wide exit they're making out of 1.
You're not seeing it on my radar there, Davo, but just to remind the viewers, as Burst gets
side
right up the
by
side and gets it done on Crossy.
Gets it done. Crossy thinks better than to argue the point, allows the Vectra to go past, and Burst will clear out.
And that's actually brought Ashley onto the back of the Volvo there of Crossy as well.
And it's only a moment, isn't it, where like Crossy's got to back off to allow Burst's car to get in front, but you can see that difference in Ashley's gain on the back of Crossy's car.
All it's done is fill his mirrors with another car, isn't it? Yeah.
That's pretty well.
Great. Yeah, it was a great idea,
So yeah, well done from Crossy actually and all involved, Burst and Ashley alike there. Good little battle there, good solid stuff from all the boys there. Just might quickly just get back to and have a quick look at Gleno here, because Gleno
he's on the back of Kenny, isn't he?
He has ranged Kenny, well up on Kenny, hasn't he? There now.
Bit of pressure there, and we've got Munchie still holding Stoners by a second, 1.1 seconds out in front, with Crompo really putting some good pressure on the back of Stoners, and that will help Munchie. It's always nice to know that the guy behind you's got his mirrors full.
Yeah.
It just gives you a bit of like, he's got to deal with that while I just keep my head down. So interesting to see if Stoners can sort of keep tag of Munchie, but also hold out Crompo behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just noticed that Gleno
a big mistake, was it, mate?
Yeah, had a bit of a moment out of 1, and that's allowed Kenny to just get a bit of breathing space as well. So
yeah, and what do we say, mate? Hey, what do we got? Where's John Boy? John Boy's still back in 11.
Yeah, a bit of
really
breathing
making
space.
Much inroads on our Ashley at all, actually.
A bit of breathing space out the back here, really. Farmer. Just looking at Kenny, just looked like he did a 59.
Yeah, 59.8 last time round for Kenny, and that was his best lap of the race. So
just poke our little nose out of the inside of Luke Crompton's car as he chases down Stoner.
Yes.
About 5 minutes left to go here, Farmer, in this race 1 of round 3, the 20-minute race.
He's boys
No
come down
compulsory pit
through
stops.
through Nickelbrook there, down Clay Hill, Davo into Druids. I've been very impressed with your corner calling lately, and I've been trying up my game on this.
Yes, these
I
tricky.
think the Poms were a little bit, what shall we call these corners? We've got Old Hall Corner, the Avenue, Clay Hill. They're not very creative, mate, but we'll roll with this.
No,
Yeah,
interesting. Some old worldy style namings there, but nonetheless, some exciting races no matter what these corners are called.
We see Crompo really sort of quite dominant there through the first section, but Stoner's getting a good run.
Stoner really holding his own so far tonight in race 1 here, Farmer. Look,
I wonder if he was listening to us, mate.
Well, I'm sure he's as critical on himself as we have been a little bit about his performances the last couple of weeks. But we knew that if he just knuckled down, he would deliver because his times were definitely showing that, and that's showing right here as we see Compton struggling to keep that Peugeot in touch with
the Mondi.
Of all things.
This is it, mate. This is why you bring it here. And seen a little bit of lap traffic there, possibly up the front of Mungie there.
I'm wondering whether
could be the Mondeo of Zanakos about you guys. So,
it is.
Just what you need to come into play with 3 minutes to go there.
Crompo. Nearly side by side. We nearly should get back into that car. This is winding down.
Stoner's really dominating to hold that position there. A great sort of recovery.
He really needed to commit, didn't he, down into Druids there. Oh, has he just... and now we've got those Zanakis as well.
There it is. There's that Zanakis that we talked about.
Well done from him.
It was close. That all happened in an
Yes, that is a sphincter tightening moment right there. As the boys just look, it's funny enough just trying to manage your own race when you're battling this close, but to just get that back marker up, well done to Zanakis, stayed well off racing line, or basically kept his line, let these boys do their thing. Look how close this is now,
Look how
Farmer.
Crompo was, and this is where Crompo was strong last lap, mate.
Yeah.
He got right down the side of Stoner's. And Stoner's just drifting a little bit in there, but another, not a bad run. Crompo with massive pressure.
The Peugeot just doesn't have that punch. See, how was his line? It was beautiful. He got the run out perfectly on line. Stoner doesn't make the same
Crompo
mistake
just
again.
relentless.
Look at this.
Anywhere.
Here we go. He's up there.
He's got it up there, Dave. Going to go too wide round through Druids.
Oh, down.
How we getting on, mate? Down through Clay Hill.
He's got him.
Oh, and Stoner's just drifting wide.
Oh, nice work from Compton there. Force the issue. He'd been pushing for that position for 2 laps.
Serious pressure on him, didn't he?
Stoner just watches the French Ferrari drive away. Does it?
It's Crompo just drifts a little bit wide there through Clay Hill.
Only a minute to go, Farmer. This will be the...
And see what's happened out front there, Davo. Mungie's now got 2.3 seconds, and just what we were saying before about these guys battling behind you, it just gives you that breather.
It does.
And he's managed to just creep away, just a little bit by little bit as these guys battle behind you. And Stoner's really wide.
You can't say he's not trying.
Absolutely. And what's he got behind him there? He's got Kenny not that far behind either, so you can't really afford to make too many errors there. And it'll be interesting to see if this is the final lap or we get one more, Dave. I'm not sure how this works, actually.
I would expect this to be the final lap.
10 seconds to go now. according to our countdown.
I'll just pick up on Mudgie's car, just see.
I watched Mudgie, just a nice solid race from Mudgie.
Absolutely. Took advantage of that little incident earlier on in the race. Gleno having to do...
And this is the final lap as Mudgie comes across the line for his first win of the season, mate.
Well done.
Well done. We've got
Crompton.
Crompo and P2. Stoner's still there. Kenny right behind him. Glenn recovered to come back into 5. What have we got, mate?
Jake and Burst. Ashley Vedegaard, 9th position. Crossland in 10th. McDonald, 11th. Enright, 12th. Gil Branson just running along the line, flashing the lights in one of the Mondeo. 13th, Aspie, 14th. Troy Wilson.
Troy. Yep, Troy coming down. We've got Matt Cook there, just coming up through the final section for 16. Racing Mule coming through. Jarks way back in 18th, mate.
Yeah, tough
Good for Jarks tonight. So Narcos there. Great to see him at least finish this race. Did go a lap down. And Bear Grylls with an absolute shitter in the pits.
Absolute shitter in the pits.
And a DNF from Soper, which we will endeavour to find out what happened
Yes,
there.
we'll do a little bit of research. We'll go up with the microphone and ask the questions. All the relevant questions. Mate,
Needs to happen quickly.
that is a seriously quick 20-minute race. Really interesting little melee into T1. Farmer always throws the cat amongst the pigeons when it comes to the final results. There we go, 20 minutes of
Good stuff, mate.
absolute insanity as usual.
Should we grab our third place getter down, mate?
I think
First
so.
time into the comms box is old mate Stoners into the comms box for the first time, mate, with a P3 on the podium.
Yo.
Congratulations, bro. Well done.
Well done, mate.
Good race.
Thanks, guys.
We expected you up here a little bit earlier than this, mate, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
We did. We kind of bagged you a little bit there.
You got me fired up with that Mondeo comment last week.
Right, yeah. We also commented on your good qualifying but shit race pace. But you've come through, mate. You've come through. Yeah, well done. What have you done differently this time? Just focused.
The steering locker was down at about 600 or something like that. We just upped it a bit, and it just went a bit better in the race.
Yeah, cool. So where did we qualify, mate? I'm not too sure. I can't quite remember, but
number 1.
You okay.
Farmer.
Of course. Farmer.
Weren't you taking notes? Come on.
Mate, Stoners, you qualified P1, bro. We noticed Glenn jumped the start. And you were holding Crompo. You were holding Crompo out for a long time.
You held Crompo out for ages. I thought you were going to nail that, actually, Sona. But he just pushed hard enough, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, like, I don't know. I thought he was right next to me, so I just played it safe for the sake of it.
Fair enough.
I thought, I wasn't sure if he was behind my right rear wheel or whether he was right next to me, so I just thought I'd just take off it and just yield.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
No, fair call, mate. Always the best option, mate. Good to see you up here. We won't offer you a beer this time because you're going to race another race. So we'll leave you to it. Go and debrief with the pit crew. Get that thing wound up for the next race, and hopefully we're talking to you again before the end of the night.
Up the Mondeo.
Go the Mondeo. Well done.
Well done, bud. Yeah. And thanks for setting us straight on why you do bring that thing to the track. It's good to know, mate.
Just to piss you off.
Shot, bro. Okay, thanks, mate.
Well done, buddy.
User was moved out of your track.
So there you go, Davo. We kind of called that a little bit. A couple of the Mondeo boys a little bit upset about their comment last week. And we'll just get Luke Crompton down for P2.
Crompo.
If I can just find him here, and we've got him down into the comms box for a beautiful P2. Excellent drive there. Well done to Crompo.
Well done, Luke.
Yeah, cheers, boys. I think I might cop a penalty in that one. Eh?
Oh, it looked like you were working hard for it, mate.
Oh, I think I collected someone at the start, but fuck, they were going so slow. I just tapped. It might have been JB actually.
Yep.
Just tapped him in the rear and he spun, and there's no rear to pull off, so I'll just whatever happens, happens, I guess.
Yeah, well, look, don't give away too much, mate, because you might be clear. So, we didn't really see what happened. We did see a couple of alphas pirouette together off the track there in turn 1. But what we were really watching was just your sheer determination behind Stoners, mate, and the absolute pressure that you put on him to get that move done. Yeah, lap after lap.
Yeah.
It was really good to watch, mate. Really good to watch.
Yeah. Cool.
And obviously,
it paid off,
I'm
mate,
glad I could entertain.
Well, it sort of looked like he had your measure in some parts of the track, but the Peugeot was, like just dominant. You just sort of had some really nice lines down the back section of the track. It still did not have the power down the straight, we can tell.
Yeah, pretty tough to follow, because you're basically looking through their windscreen, man, to see the track. So you kind of have to back off a little bit, and try to pick your line.
We saw you catch up on that back marker there, mate, and there was all sorts of evasive action, and I'm just thinking, if you're looking through his window, what that might have been like for you in-house, but some great work to come through and miss everybody,
I slammed on the brake because I knew Stoner was coming across, so I eased up, otherwise I would have been probably in the fence, I think.
Yeah,
because it almost looked like you had to run on Stoners, but thought better of it, and you both managed to get round that sort of obstacle there, bro.
It looked pretty tight.
Liam did well to sort of stay on, one side of the road, and
he did.
Just get out of the way.
Well, it was very unusual, because I think both myself and Farmer actually shut up for about 2 seconds there as that all that happened. But anyway, it's pretty rare. That's all. No, well done, Lukey. Good luck for the next race, mate.
Might need it.
Fill that thing full of some high octane and give it another crack for the 40-minute race. It'd be interesting to see how you guys go with the fuel.
Yeah, cool. Any heads up there, mate? Just, are we pitting? Are we going to make it?
Oh, I'm pitting, mate. I'm going full blaze and pitting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
Strategy revealed.
Okay, there you go.
Well, it's only to the comms boys, mate. It's not going to go too far.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, mate. Well done. Hopefully, we'll see you back here soon, bud.
Yeah, all right, boys. Cheers.
Okay, let's see you, bud.
User was moved out of your channel.
Oh, good stuff, Davo.
So, top of the list for race 1.
Our winner and a newcomer to the comms box is Chicken Dinner winner. Top step of the podium. A great drive there. Mudgy, welcome, bud. Welcome to the comms booth.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff, bud.
First time this year. Awesome work, buddy.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it either, to be honest with you. I sort of turned up and the qualifying went my way. It wasn't even really a fast time. I had a bit of warp I had a bit of warping in front of me, which sort of put me off.
I saw that.
So you did have a bit of warping too, because we kind of wondered that and mentioned that possibly what had happened around turn 1 there off the start.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Yep.
Right.
Glenn warped.
Glenn misread he misread it. He warped and misread the lights.
Yep.
And then Jeffro warped on turn 1, which caused that schmuzzle.
Oh, okay, there you go. We only sort of picked up the arse end of that, but it was such a big grid, we sort of expected a little bit of action anyway. But you obviously took advantage of the situation and just was head down and bloody arse up, and you took off. You just just left it all behind you.
Easy.
Yeah,
it was easy. Oh yeah, tell that to the guy back in 18, mate. Oh, it was easy, mate. Yeah, take that, Jacks.
Oh, but you know what it's like though, when you get in the rhythm and you got it, and there's nothing there, and it was honestly, it felt easy. As ridiculous as it sounds.
Yeah. And it's not often that the cards just fall right in front of you, do they? No. So you got to be there to take advantage of it, don't you? So
it's good to get rid of that bloody Glenn off that finishing board.
Oh, absolutely, mate. He was 4 from 4, and you've been the guy to break that off him.
Yeah.
So well done. There's a tick there.
Good to see. Good to see.
Definitely a tick there. And nice work on the podium, mate. Hopefully we can see you here before the end of the night again, mate.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you know, bud, that Luke Crompton, Kenny, Glenn were all doing quicker lap times than you during race. So
here he goes.
It'll be interesting to see. Look, I hope to see you back here race 2, mate.
Race two is going to be all about conserving your tyre. That's going to be, the tyres are going to be horrible towards the end.
Oh yeah, you won't, don't you know it?
No.
Okay.
You pump out those times, I reckon you're going to be asking for trouble later on.
Yep.
Will you be pitting, mate, or are we fuel conserving? What's the go? What's your strategy, mate? We already know Crompos, but we're not going to tell you.
The Mondi's really close. I did some practice and it's really close, and I'm going to have to make the call right at the end.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to take that as possibly you're going to make it. So, look, a lot of boys not happy with the Mondeo comment I made last week.
No.
We've seen 2 of them on the podium since.
Yes.
And
so whatever it takes, it's inspired you guys. So
I don't take anything you say seriously, Farmer. So
yeah, look, you know, I've bagged Fords, but you know, secretly I may like them, won't you?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I love you, Mustang.
Just like boys too, eh? Yeah.
Let's not go there. We're going to let you go.
We might just leave that
before anything else comes out, and hopefully we'll see you back, mate, after race 2.
Awesome. Nice
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay,
I'm just going to dispatch him before that carries on.
Just quietly there.
Yeah.
Look, well done to all the boys up the pointy end there. What a race. The usual frantic start that we'd expect, and what a great start to the night here at Oulton Park. Farmer.
Yeah, great race. Great first race. Looking forward to the next one. There is a big debate over whether they can make it through or whether they don't or have to pit. Going to be interesting. Just a little update there for our viewers. The sofa PC died. And so a little bit of a malfunction there, bit of hardware malfunction, and so we'll see him back for the next race.
Okay, so it's better that than a cerebral meltdown, rather a hardware meltdown. So
yes,
nice.
Yes,
nice work to all the boys. We're going to take a quick break to rehydrate and get our breath back, Farmer. And this is round 3. You are watching ASRNZ's BTCC Championship for 2021, and we'll be back soon.
Thank you.